Superman was a foster child. Lisbeth Salander, the girl with the dragon tattoo, was fostered, adopted, and institutionalized. Batman was a foster child. Come on, who else? Oliver Twist was in care. David Copperfield, Jane Eyre, Heathcliff from Wuthering Heights, James Bond, Luke Skywalker. Pippa Longstocking was without a parent. Writers don't use children without their parents because it's an easy way of getting a story out of them. They use them because it's an incredible way of getting a story, because they live incredible stories, because they see things. Harry Potter was a foster child. Period. There's no question about it. How is it that our society has not made the link? If only it is that our society is not admitting to the dysfunction which is part of a normal family life. We're right there, front and center in popular culture. We are not strange by our existence. We are celebrations of existence. And I just believe that we as foster children are intrinsically special. And why is that? It's because when you're away from your family, you have to use extraordinary skills to deal with this extraordinary situation on a daily basis, period. Meeting strangers is not easy. Meeting strangers that you then call mum and dad is an incredible feat of human bridge making. And we need a mum and dad at the end of that who understand that. Because otherwise we will be punished for attachment disorders. When I was in the children's home, it's not all easy this, but it's all right. When I was in the children's homes as a kid, and I know children's homes are now less, so it's got more to do with insurance than it has to do with the fact that a child needs necessarily to be with a family. But when I was with children's homes, Google that. When I was with, I know some of you are going, I'm liking him. No, I'm not liking him. No. But when I was in children's homes, they had red boxes. And those red boxes said, in emergency, break glass. They had about 20 of them, red boxes. And there were 20 of us in the care system, in the children's home, all adolescents, all with an emotional Hiroshima, because we were away from our families. We were away from our dysfunction. We were hurt. We were abused, etc., etc. And what I noticed about the institution is that when we broke the glass, which I never did, when we broke the glass, the entire institution knew what to do. It knew what to do if we did something wrong. Everybody was like, right, you get this punishment, we do that, we write it in this report, we get the keys out for this, we put you in that, we move you from that, blah, we set up this meeting. Everybody knew structurally what to do. 20 traumatized adolescents in one house without their family and staff looking after them. Nobody ever congratulated us on a daily basis for not breaking the glass. In other words, the institution was built for us to break the glass. And that's when we got some sense of purpose from everybody. So what happens when the glass is not broken? When what you have is somebody in need of a hug? And that's what you're doing, and it's incredible. Thank you. Thank you. We grow into incredible people. Your childhood stays with you throughout your childhood, but that's the beginning of us. We haven't even started. I know fostered and adopted children who are politicians, who are great people in bands, who are incredible hairdressers, who are poets, who are lawyers and barristers and doctors and teachers and dustbin men. And they're incredible people because of what they carry, and most of them fear talking about it. Any group of people, whether it's the workers here at the Grosvenor, the Marriott, you go around any group of people and somebody will know somebody who's adopted or be adopted themselves and not talk about it. I am not ashamed. I am not ashamed. When I sit at dinner tables, people talk about their family and they don't realize it, right? And they say to me, oh, so where's your family from? And I think, oh, it's coming. And I say, I was brought up in children's homes. And you see all the heads, they go, ah. Like that, all to the side, all at the same time. It's like Strictly Come Dancing. Ah. And I'll leave a pause for the pity. And I'll say, for killing my parents. Just to see what they might, no, but you know what I mean? Because they immediately assume, oh, and I always think, right, well, how are you going to deal with that? Shall we have some cake? But the thing is, there are so many, the reason I say that is because there's so much, both shame and distance that happen with pity. You do the work. Do you know what I mean? You do the work in the front room of your houses. And the pity stuff, it's a way of distancing yourself from the process. We need real work, and that's what you're doing. And that's what we need. The equivalent of the hug. Most children in care run away, and all those systems happen when you run away with the break glass. It's the most natural thing for a child to do when they find themselves in an alien environment, is to run away. It's natural. I ran away when I was in care, and all I wanted was somebody to run after me. That's why I did it. And it was the police. The red box. He's broke the glass. Draw a line all the way around me, and I'm bound to cross it. And I found that in the care system, and this is a celebration of the absolute opposite to the red box. It becomes a mirage. It becomes invisible. It becomes unreal. This poem, I'll read you one more poem and then I'll go. And thank you for inviting me here. I did get emotional when Mrs. Henry came up and all the kids there. I just find it amazing. And I think that one of the great things that I've found and seen in the care leaver is empathy. I find that most, young people who've been brought up in care, some of them who are my age, are taking their local council to court for the abuses of the past. And do you know what they say, most of them? I don't want the money. I just want an apology. We are built of incredible stuff. And you see that, and you work with us. And Harry Potter wasn't always right. He was wrong a lot of the time. He was angry. The X-Men in the X Factor, those kids, X Factor, the X-Men, they've got fire and they don't know how to deal with it, and they burn things. The idea that a child should be good is false. We're experimenters, and we need a decent lab, because we're not your experiment. You're a lot of the time ours. But love, we can't conjure love when we haven't had it. And that is the unsayable thing. The magic, the invisible moments of non-judgment, of saying, I'm still here. You are incredible. I couldn't foster, I don't think, or adopt. I've been told, Kirsty Young said I should be able to on Desert Island Disc. But I'll read you one more poem and get off, because I can see you're looking at me going, right, ready? It's time. It's time. And I thought you, performer, you'd know. But you don't. So this poem's called Suitcases and Muddy Parks. And it's about actually a foster parent, not a good one, unfortunately, but don't worry. Don't worry. Is this the right place? It's not the right place, is it? Know your audience, Lem. I've got a little voice in the back of my head. It's going, you crap, get off. I've got another one saying, yeah, get off now. I've got one in the middle. It's saying, you two separate now. I've got one at the back and it's saying, shall we form a choir? I've got one behind that and saying, shall we get some funding for that? Anyway, this poem is called Suitcases and Muddy Parks. But it shows how you get an insight into the nature of family, even if you're not in it. You say I'm a lying child. I say I'm not. You say, there you go again. You say, thank you, Debbie. Debbie from Towie laughed at that. Just thank you. Yeah. You say I'm a rebellious child. I say, no, I am not. You say, there you go again. Quite frankly, Mum, I've never seen a rebellious child before. And when my friend said, race you through the park, you know, the muddy one, I didn't think about the mud. I didn't think about the mud. When you said, why are you dirty? I could hear the anger in your voice. I said, I raced my mates through the park. You said it was deliberate. I said, I didn't. I mean, I did. But it wasn't. You said I was lying. I said, no, I'm not. You said, there you go again. Later, in the dawn of adolescence, it was time for my leave. I with my suitcase and social worker. You with your husband. We walked our sliced ways. Sometimes I would run back to you like a child through a muddy park, adult achievements tucked under my arm, and I'd explain them with a childlike twinkle in my eye, thinking, any mother would be proud. But your eyes, desperately trying to be wise and unrevealing, reveal all. Still, you fall back into the heart of the same rocking chair, saying, there you go again. And I did go. And I have gone. You've been absolutely lovely. Thank you very much. It's been an honour and a pleasure to read for you. Have a great day. Come on.